Good afternoon and welcome everybody to the 30th anniversary of the Morgridge Center for Public Service. We're very glad you came, and it was my good fortune to make one of my hopes and dreams for the UW-Madison, our students, faculty, and staff, and our community partners here and around the world come true in May of 1994. Many of you know that I never work alone. Through a philanthropic relationship with two alumni, John and Tasha Morgridge, and the support of former Chancellor David Ward, the Morgridge Center for Public Service was established to foster mutually beneficial partnerships and share our resources to directly address local community issues and problems identified by them, emphasis on them, and to learn from those relationships and understand how the university can contribute to build upon so much work which has already been done. And in 30 years, we at the center have been humbled and learned how much work needs to be done in the context of an increasingly diverse democratic society. After all, 30 years is not a long time. A very happy birthday to our campus and community friends and partners. And last, a key role of our center is to introduce our students to public service through their participation so that they will continue this critical work throughout their lifetimes. Again, thank you so much for listening, and right on public service. Go Badgers.
It was an honor and a privilege to serve as the third director of the center. During my time there, I was incredibly impressed with the students who not only gave their valuable time to the community in their various placements, but they also learned and took away valuable leadership skills in the process. I would venture a guess that nearly every one of those Badger volunteers, now and in the future, have and will gone on into leadership roles in their professions. I must also comment on the amazing staff of the center, from Mary Rouse, Dean Ladwig, Megan Miller, Randy Waller, Beth Trine, and the dozens of interns and grad students who have come and gone. They were the heartbeat of the center and gave selflessly to build an amazing icon on campus. Last but not least, I cannot say enough about the Morgridges themselves. It was a joy to get to know both Tasha and John and to hear their own passion about UW-Madison, the center, and its impact on the community and beyond. I recall how tickled we all were at the center when they would pop in on football weekends and occasionally throughout the year just to say hello. Tasha got to know every one of the staff members and made a personal connection with each. She made us all feel special and instilled the pride that she felt in the mission of the center that we all carried forward. I wanted to say thank you, John and Tasha, for your enduring vision and personal commitment to public service and for making it all happen. A huge congratulations on this 30th anniversary to everyone who's contributed to the center, and to those who will in the future, here's to the next 30. Congratulations.
Happy anniversary. Happy 30th anniversary. Thank you for always being a reminder to me throughout my 25 years here at UW-Madison why we exist. You're a reminder to me that the reason we have this great state public university is to help us all figure out how to do this thing of living with one another, of self-governing, of having a democracy. The work that you support, the volunteering that you support, the community-based learning that you support helps all of us be the change. You help all of us share our talents with the broader world, and in the process, learn more about what it means for each of us to be a contributor, to be a positive contributor to the society that we want to have. Thank you to everybody who works at the Morgridge Center for Public Service. Thank you to everybody whom I had the pleasure of working with at the Morgridge Center for Public Service. Thank you to John and Tasha Morgridge for having this vision and making it a reality, and to Mary Rouse for helping it come to fruition and to reaching out to me and getting me involved in the first place. Happy anniversary, everybody, and congratulations.
For me, the Morgridge Center was a place for me to grow and connect with other people who had similar values to myself. I was given the opportunity to engage in a lot of cool projects, as well as engage in the awesome Madison community alongside people that I was really grateful to share that experience with. So I'm super, super grateful for my time at MCPS and all of the people that I met along the way.
Happy anniversary, Morgridge Center. I'm Ren Singer, and I'm the Executive Associate Vice Provost in the Division of Teaching and Learning, and I have the pleasure of overseeing the Morgridge Center as part of my job. I have learned so much about the Morgridge Center in the few months that I've been working with the staff and providing guidance to the group. It is a really talented group of staff with a really important mission for both students and the community. I love how the Morgridge Center engages in important curricular and co-curricular work and provides service and support and engagement and connection with our community partners, and helps students to have experiences that help them give back to their world, learn about their world, and be ready for life after college. I look forward to working with the Morgridge Center for many years to come and seeing it continue to grow past its 30th year. Happy anniversary.
For me, the Morgridge Center was a place to grow my professional, teaching, research, management, and personal skills with a center staff that modeled collective leadership and equitable frameworks, both for doing work on and off campus. From teaching with Haley and Corey, to facilitating the Wisconsin Idea Fellowship with Beth, and to competing fiercely with everyone in the office in the chili cook-off. There are so many core memories for me of my time at the University of Wisconsin in Madison that centered specifically at the Morgridge Center. As a director and a professor now, I work every day to support students on our farm and our beekeeping teams and in my classes and programs with the hope that they feel as supported and included and empowered as I did while I was in graduate school at the Morgridge Center.
Hello and happy birthday, Morgridge Center. My name is Mary Beth Collins. I'm the Executive Director of the Center for Community and Nonprofit Studies, which we sometimes call the Commons. And I'm here today with my colleagues, Michaela Wong and Dr. Laura Evans. We have a whole bigger team, and everyone is very appreciative for the collaboration we've had over the years with the Morgridge Center. Some notable things that I think of when I think of our work with the Morgridge Center include our work to create the C3 group, which brings together community engaged units all over campus. Really important opportunity for organizations to talk about the way that they are able to collaborate, be aware of each other's work, make sure we're not duplicating or crossing wires, and that we're really serving Wisconsin and the world as best we can through those community engaged efforts. I also really appreciate the grant making processes that the Morgridge Center has offered over the years, and we've been able to take advantage of a few of those to innovate some new course concepts and project-based work that I think have really helped our center grow and develop and contribute meaningfully. So those are just a couple of examples, but we really appreciate the center and its team. And I'll let Michaela and Laura also chime in.
The Morgridge Center has also been an incredible campus partner, from helping us make the community conference a successful event and supporting our Civic Health of Wisconsin initiative.
And in my experience as a graduate student and now as full-time staff with the Commons, I've seen the Morgridge Center show up in ways that are both big and small, and their presence has been very meaningful.
So thank you so much to everyone who's made this possible, and we look forward to working with you for the next 30 years.
Happy 30th anniversary, Morgridge Center for Public Service. It has been an honor to partner with you during those 30 years, most specifically on helping your students contribute to our community through volunteerism. It was really exciting to co-collaborate when we were talking about finding more ways to get transportation going for students on campus to get into the community to volunteer. And it was an honor to serve on your board for many, many years. Congratulations on all the good you put into the world. Public service is so critically important to our democracy, to our education, to our community health, and we can't wait to see what you do in the next 30.
The Morgridge Center team are partners in shifting the Wisconsin idea from theory to daily practice.
Hi friends, my name is Amanjot Kaur. I'm a recent graduate from the University of Wisconsin-Madison. And the Morgridge Center was a really large part of my entire journey throughout university. When I first started off as a freshman, I just knew that I wanted to be involved in public service in one way or another. And when I saw the Badgers Vote opportunities that existed at the Morgridge Center, I decided to give them a shot. I've always been really passionate about civic engagement and getting people involved in our political decision making, in voting, and in local politics and local community service. It was really wonderful to be at the Morgridge Center and be surrounded by so many other friends and students who are passionate about the same things. The Morgridge Network has been such a large and important part of my life. Having the support of the staff at the center, of alumni from the center, throughout my career decision-making process, throughout the time that I was in university with finding opportunities, meeting people who were doing the kind of work that I was interested in doing. There are just so many things that Morgridge has brought into my life, and honestly, it was my favorite part of my college experience. It was the highlight. I fully believe that the work I did with Morgridge is what allowed me to get my dream college internship, what allowed me to give a speech about public service for convocation. Like, I really do owe a lot to Morgridge, and they continue to be an amazing community that supports students through and through.
This is Caroline Gottschalk reporting in from the Department of English to say congratulations to you, Morgridge Center, on your 30th anniversary. That's amazing. I could not do what I do without you, and in fact, you were a gigantic reason I came to this university in the first place, to have this kind of infrastructure and support, emotional support, financial support, logistical support, to do the kinds of community-driven teaching and research practices that matter to me, and I think that matter deeply to this world. Just could not happen without you. You have supported so many students over years in classes and independent studies with me. You have always been there to offer support when I really felt like I was doing things in a strange way, but a way that mattered to me. And also, you are just a source of joy. Honestly, it's really lovely to be in community with people who value things that I value and understand the logistics and hard work that it takes to pull that off. So congratulations. Thank you for all of you do. I'm so grateful to you and really celebrating with you in this huge accomplishment, 30 years. That's amazing. Take care.
I worked at the Morgridge Center for Public Service for 3 years out of my undergraduate career as an operations intern. I also served as an outreach intern, worked on special events, and served in my 4th and final year at the center during my graduate program. The Morgridge Center for Public Service was my home on campus. As a first-generation student, I felt overwhelmed by the different opportunities and the size of our campus and sought community and guidance. I found the Morgridge Center for Public Service and saw it as a sanctuary where I could learn and grow without judgment and with an immense amount of support. The values that the Morgridge Center uphold helped shape me as a person and as a professional. To this day, I still have so much love for the Morgridge Center and its staff, and continue to try to apply the skills and knowledge that I learned in being in that space in my work as a social worker in Chicago. I'm incredibly grateful to be a small part of such an amazing legacy on UW-Madison's campus.
To me, the Morgridge Center is so much more than just a place I worked in my undergraduate, but it really represents a community that comes together simply based on, the value of civic engagement and community engagement, and I think that's really cool. I had coworkers and friends at the center that are from all walks of life, that come from different countries, different continents, different cities, different ethnicities, religions, but at the end of the day, we were all really, really passionate about giving back to our community and making it a better place. A lot of us didn't even call Madison, Wisconsin home for any more than those 4 years of college, but we still all really cared about making it a better place, not only for us and our peers, but also for those generations to come. And I think that's a really cool thing, because even at a campus as large as UW-Madison, you can fall into little bubbles of people that look and think like you and had similar upbringings. And the Morgridge Center, put all of that to the side and really was just a space where we could talk about the ways that we wanted to make our community better. And I think that is a really beautiful thing and a really awesome thing to come together and create friendship and create community through.
Working at the Morgridge Center was truly one of the highlights of my time as a graduate student at UW. It was such a joy to be embedded in a center that provided rigorous research support and mentorship to a new generation of students and faculty, united by a desire to create scholarship that supports the public good. Morgridge, you really do embody the best of the spirit of the Wisconsin idea. and I am so proud to have worked alongside you all. Happy anniversary, and please keep up the wonderful work.
The Morgridge Center was a part of all 4 years of my undergrad experience. I started through Badger Volunteers, which is a great program in and of itself. It's a great way to dip your toes into volunteering in the Madison community and create relationships with your fellow volunteers. And I also created relationships and friendships with some of the communities we were volunteering with. And then I worked at the Morgridge Center as a peer advisor. And as a peer advisor, I really appreciated how the Morgridge Center staff push and encourage the student interns to seek opportunities for both personal and professional development. I feel that I gained experience in facilitating, especially like info sessions or conversations on volunteering. And I was able to practice conversations with my fellow students about what it's like to be a responsible volunteer and what about volunteering is important to them. Also, I just created a lot of good friendships and relationships through working at the Morgridge Center. The Morgridge Center will always have a special place in my heart. So thank you to the Morgridge Center.
I was fortunate enough to work at the Morgridge Center as an intern for 2 years, and for me, the Morgridge Center was a safe space above all else, where I could grow not only as a student, but also just as a young adult. I gained so much confidence, learned so many new skills, and was surrounded by the most supportive group of people. But I think that the center's impact extends well beyond its own students and its staff. It extends deep into the Madison community because it bridges the gap between our little campus bubble and Madison. It introduces the university to people, causes, and organizations that do amazing work to uplift Madison. So the center's work is super important and will continue to be important, and I know its positive impact will last for years to come.